what I wanted to do. Close enough. Oh. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Wowhead Weekly number 138. We have a lot to talk about today. Of course, we have Antorus right around the corner. We have expansion news on the horizon, a Q&A tomorrow. But before we get into all of that, I would like to introduce my lovely co-host, Wowhead site manager, Perculia.
Hey, everyone. Happy to be back for another show after our epic BlizzCon 2017 one. I'm sure my cat Brightpaw will be around very soon. But in the interim, we are also having a giveaway in chat. The prize is a Brightpaw, and the keyword is also Brightpaw.
Oh, the prize is a Brightpaw, you say. How perfect. Oh, I just pulled my mic down too low. How is the volume for everybody? I know last week they said Perk was a little loud, and I was, and Perk's not talking right now. They said Perk was a little loud and I was a little quiet. So how do we sound now, guys? Should I turn her up? Should I turn her down? Should I turn me up? Let us know.
We learned last week that the cat had unplugged the microphone.
Yep.
So
that's what happened last week. Is we had the right mics when we started, and then Brightpaw unplugged the microphone. Oh, perfect. Yep. Sound is all good. So we're doing good today.
Yay.
Well, I'm pretty excited because we have some good stuff to talk about today. So this first thing is like highly controversial. It is that we found out that in Battle for Azeroth, there will be no tier set bonuses.
Yeah, that was quite a surprise. It makes sense because Azerite armor covers some tier pieces, so it's like, how is that going to work if it didn't totally make sense. And this also addressed the concerns raised at previous Q&As where people were saying that they felt locked into using like 2-piece tier 19 and 2-piece tier 20 and 21. Yeah. There's Brightpaw.
There's Brightpaw.
Yay, say hello.
Yeah, it really does make a lot of sense. Although I'm going to be honest, I still think that the way that Heart of Azeroth has been sort of presented to us is like a little bit confusing. I think because like my understanding from BlizzCon was that it was like a separate piece of armor, but no, it's actually a neck piece. It's like an artifact, right? Like it's
a neck piece, which then affects the 3 slots.
Yeah, which is your helmet, your shoulders, and your chest. But those pieces of gear, you'll get different ones throughout the expansion. They're not like sedentary.
Right. But if you get like a normal version and then a mythic version of the same item, they will have the same options to choose between, so it's not as RNG as the Netherlight Crucible.
Yeah. So I think this is a good idea, and I think this is a good idea for a lot of reasons. The first of which is it really sucks between tiers when your tier set bonus changes. Like, I still have not recovered. So back at, it was the tier that we were in Blackrock Foundry. Shaman, that tier was if you use Riptide, your next chain heal does more heals if you heal off of the Riptide target. So I got into the habit of healing off of the Riptide target, and it's like I can't teach myself not to do it. So I hated that in between tiers you would have like enormous playstyle changes.
Right, and then when you add the 6-piece up from 5-piece, that means that you can mix and match even more things from tiers. And with Titan Forging being a thing, you could have like really OP tier 19 that Titan Forge is really high.
Yeah, I agree.
So one question I have, though, which the interview was a little vague on, they said art-wise, the gear will be more heavily themed from the place it comes. So I wonder, is Blizzard doing less art per raid zone and then putting that art elsewhere? For example, are we going to get like the cloth troll set and a leather troll set as opposed to like the mage and the priest and the warlock sets? Because I think that could be a clever way of saving art resources, and then give each class like a challenge or something else.
Whoa, I didn't even consider this. So are those pieces of Azurite gear? Those aren't going to be class specific,
right?
So is there any class specific gear?
Right. Yeah. I'm
Whoa, we're not gonna have stupid tokens anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa,
so
I'm like, okay, so I'm just processing all of this now. I've been streaming all day. I just am processing all of this now. I love the idea of not having stupid arbitrary tokens. Let me put that out there. Do you know what a struggle it is when you have your raid and you have pretty good diversity among your raid? You just happen to have 2 or 3 druids and then 2 or 3, what is it, paladin, mage, death knight, druid,
or like the tank should get the tier first, and
oh wow, I actually think this is pretty great, even though it takes away like kind of an iconic thing about World of Warcraft, and I know there's a lot of people that probably don't love it. I kind of like it, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. And if there's anything I've learned about WoW, it's that if something doesn't work out, they're not gonna not change it, right? Like there's always room for things to change in the future. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm especially excited for the, you know, the beta or the PTR or whatever to come out so that we can try it out.
Yeah, so I think all that's really cool, and I think it's also smarter with the way they're handling the art. Like instead of making, you know, 12 art sets per tier, you know, it's like, why not do like 4 art sets per tier, and then maybe each class gets like a special thing for doing a quest. And I feel like that seems more impactful versus being like, okay, we now have to make yet another hunter themed set that's like the Sorak Stalker or like the Shah Stalker, and it gets like kind of tiring after a while. So I feel like they could be more creative if they feel less pressure to like,
well, especially if they're
every tier set ever class fantasy.
Yeah, especially if they're theming it to like the raid that they're in, like you said, as opposed to the class specifically. Especially with how many people transmog, like how many people do you see walking around in their actual like tier gear anyways?
Yeah, and it seems like in Legion, the gear that people transmog to the most, it's like, oh, the special Light Forge set, or you know, the set that's themed after a certain
the dragon
event.
set from Hellia, the like shaman mail set or whatever that I hated on when you showed it to me, and then I ended up having it transmog for like 3 months because I'm that type of person. Yep. So yeah, no, I love that. I'm into that. I'm definitely interested to see what the feedback is like once we actually get to see it in action.
Yeah, maybe they'll explain more at the Q&A tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I know. Like, we couldn't have done the Q&A today. That would have been so much more convenient for us.
I know.
I'm gonna do a video recapping it. I'm gonna sit there and take notes while it's happening, and then I'm gonna do a video recapping it. So hopefully we'll get to put a little bit of input in after the fact. You asked a lot of questions. We'll talk about that a little later on in the video, but we talked a little bit about the new book that's coming out, the Christie Golden Before the Storm, and we found out recently that the release date has moved from May to June. And some of the product was updated as well, like the product description.
Yeah, so it was pretty generic before, and it used to be like taking place after the climactic events of Shadows of Argus. Before the Storm tells the story of what awaits the heroes of the Horden Alliance in the wake of their struggle against the demonic Burning Legion. And now it is in Before the Storm, Anduin Wrynn, King of Stormwind, and Sylvanas Windrunner, War Chief of the Horde, are new to their positions of power, both ascending before they were truly prepared. As the Alliance and Horde struggle to recover from the devastating war with the demonic Burning Legion, a terrible discovery will test both leaders, threatening to reignite the bitter enmity between their factions and shake the very foundations of the world of Azeroth. So there is some sort of terrible discovery that both sides are trying to deal with.
So you think they moved the release date so that it would line up with the pre-patch event better?
So yeah, I've been doing some speculating. The article isn't out yet. I'm waiting to get some details maybe from the Q&A, but I was speculating on when I think the pre-patch is and everything, because we never get the pre-patch before the expansion book. It's always before, even though sometimes it's a month before, sometimes it's like 3 months before. So I think that we're going to get the pre-patch over the summer. We're going to have like 7.35-ish in like the spring, and then like pre-patch in the summer, and then a longer period until the expansion. That's my thought.
So then do you think that we're going to get allied races in the pre-patch? 100% speculative, not like on the record.
I think we're going to get... So based on some interviews, which was like, oh, we'll learn more about Void Elves in 7.35, I feel like something will happen with the allied races. Like maybe we do the quest to understand Void Elves, or like why Nightborn joined the Horde. So I feel like we're going to get something related to allied races in 7.35, especially if they're talking about how like the zone revamp was meant to help people having to do allied races. So it makes sense that they'd want to, I don't know, tie those together. But I don't know, maybe they'll answer that tomorrow.
I'm so hyped about that. I just can't get over how excited I am for new leveling experiences. So my favorite thing to do when I stream is level. Like that's what that's a lot of what I do is level alts, because I like to read the quests, and I think that's like a fun friend kind of thing to do. And everybody today on stream was like, start a new character, and I decided to do a 110 or a 1 to 110 instead, because I was like, no, I'm saving all of my under 100, for the new leveling zones. I can wait 6 months or 4 months or whatever it is. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm sorry if I'm like mouth breathing really bad. My nose has gotten progressively stuffier throughout the day, so I'm like,
oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, you know when you're sick, you like wake up and you feel better, and then it just gets progressively crappier throughout the day. I'm at that point. But speaking of allied races, the Wowhead model viewer has been updated, so now we have both of the Lightforged Draenei and the High Mountain Tauren in the model viewer. If you would like to check them out, you can put different transmogs on them. You can put them on different mounts, and you can get a look at all their different tattoos or what is available for their tattoos now, as well as like their horn styles and hair
There's some more options coming in the demo that we don't have access to the data to quite yet, but it's a good teaser. Like we have some of the horns, we have some of the tattoos. Lightforged Draenei back tattoos are super cool. I think they're my favorite customization option so far.
Oh, for sure. The Lightforged Draenei are beautiful. Like if I played Alliance, I would be extremely excited about them because I think Draenei in general are awesome looking, and then to add like tattoos to them, shocking that I would be one to like things with tattoos on them. I know that's a real surprise to all of you. Also, while I have you here, let me remind everybody what other allied races we have. Of course, for the Horde, we have we're on Alliance now, so we have Void Elves, Dark Iron Dwarves, and then Lightforged Draenei. And for the Horde, we have Nightborn, Zandalari Troll, and Tauren. And then also keep in mind that you will be able to make your orcs stand upright in the new expansion as well. So there'll be lots more customization options. And it's been all but confirmed that we will get more allied races in the future going forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, they sort of made jokes that like, oh, you know, like the sky's the limit, or you know, like take your excitement and multiply it. So I hope there's more.
I feel like there'll definitely be more because this is such a good opportunity for them to be able to release, whether it's even if we have to wait till another expansion to get 3 or 6 more allied races. I think that's okay.
I had a tinfoil hat.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. We'll get to this in a sec. So we'll get to the interview more in a second. But there's this Tortolan race that was teased in a slide, and it's like a turtle, and people are like, "Oh, this looks like this looks like a sub race of Pandaren," and we know that there's a Tortolan battle pet. There's like a Tortolan battle pet baby that we think is related to a promotion. So my tinfoil hat is like, what if there's an ally race that's part of like a promotion or collector's edition?
My God. Oh my God. They can't do an allied race that would be permanently tied to a promotion. It would have to be.
I know, but
still.
Yeah, or like do some Hearthstone Tortolan thing and get this allied race.
Yeah, there's so many things came from Hearthstone. Being like a promotion. There's so many things because like when I saw the Tortolan, and this is actually a good segue, is that we know that there's gonna be different NPCs and stuff on these new islands for the. I keep wanting to call them Island Adventures, which is like from Hello Kitty, and that's not okay, but you know.
Yep.
I just had one Island Adventures.
One quick thing about baby, you spilled the water. Bad cat.
Bad cat.
That was not what I wanted to say. I had something more about allied races. And that was that in an interview, Muffinus kind of teased that your main has to do something to unlock the option to recruit the allied.
Yeah.
And he gave the example of High Mountain, and he's like, oh, you know, you'll have to get some sort of High Mountain reputation and do some sort of the High Mountain quest line. And that's raised a lot of questions because people are like, do I have to do Will of Suramar for the Nightborn?
I hope so.
Do I need to do...
That wouldn't be unfair to ask. And honestly, if you're someone who like has flying unlocked, you've already got that. Like, I don't know. And if that's the case...
but people are also like, you know, do I have to do Suramar on a Horde character, or can I do it on my Alliance? So there's
I would think that would be
account
wide if I had to guess. But like on that note, like if there's gonna be those Tortolan on the new islands, like maybe doing so many of the islands will be how you unlock the Tortolan or something like that. Could be the I don't know what kind of promotion, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, but like I feel like, or maybe they'll put. There's so many things they could do. There's so many things they could do, honestly. It's super exciting. But, just for, like, a little tinfoil here, other allied races that I would personally like to see.
We've already gone over elves.
Yeah, we obviously
I want Void Elves to still be Alliance.
I would love to see different, I think we talked about this, I would love to see different stages of decay for undead, or alternatively, the alive version of undead.
Yeah, like the one that Lightcrawler is. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like the sort of human one with the glowy red eyes, that would be cool.
Yeah, his name is, we were just talking,
No, the Thanos,
Thanos, yeah. I was just doing those quests today in game. He's so sassy, that guy. He's so
I know.
He keeps calling you hero in quotations, but then he gives you really important jobs while being like sassy and pretentious. But yeah, I would love to see like different levels of decay or different something in that era.
Yeah.
As far as like, I still really wish they would have introduced Tonka. I really liked Tonka as a race, and I also really liked the walrus people.
Oh yeah, they might be a little too far to put armor on though, but they are cool.
Yeah, but the Tortolan wouldn't be any farther than they would. They're the same level of round.
Yeah, but like the walruses are known by like their hair and their beards, and like, are there even any female?
No, but there's no female Tonka either. They just had the female Tauren models.
Yeah, I feel like I'd definitely be a fan of that. I would also like Wildhammer dwarves because now we're getting Dark Iron and we have like the normal looking dwarves, and on the council of the Three Hammers, there's Wildhammer has representation too, and they have the really cool like blue tattoos and like all the feathered armor, so that would be a pretty cool heritage set. Thinking of anything else. Yeah, like the not the Uldwar, the Uldum race might be cool, like the cat people. That might be fun.
The cat people would be amazing. And they have two different kinds. Yeah. They have like the 4-legged ones and they have the 2-legged ones. I would also support anything that was like Dryad or Centaur-ish.
Yeah.
But that also seems like it would stem off of like a Tauren. Also, why can't Nightborn be Druid?
Yeah, so there's a whole race thing because people are like, the Horde get to be shamans and druids, and the Alliance get to be paladins, and like that's sad. Like,
but like all of the Horde races should be allowed to be druids because they all derive from races that can be druids.
Yeah, but then I just feel like the races right now are really harsh. I know that's just like a hot topic in general. Yeah. Like no Alliance races can be druids. Like,
but I also have like I feel like they should unlock more class race combinations anyways. And I know druid is one that people like have a lot to say about, but like I still am like a big fan of the idea of like gnome and goblin druids with like smaller forms, and like the goblin ones, all their forms could have the ears. If you had like bear, like panda druids, like they could be like kind of all panda-ish when they're in bear form. And
I also feel like, so they were a little like inconsistent between interviews, and they were telling some people like, oh, maybe Death Knights can be Dark Iron dwarves, but there's like the leveling experience would get in the way. And then they told me, they're like, oh, we don't have anything against classes that already have unique visual effects, also being an allied race, meaning Death Knights and Demon Hunters. But it seems like a blocker is that the classes that start at higher levels, they're not really sure how they'd be an allied race. And I don't know, it just feels like at this point, can't they just, I don't know, start at level 20? Like we have all this new zone scaling tech. I don't know, like I think it would make sense if like there was a void.
Yeah,
demon
but I
hunter.
mean, you can boost an allied race, so what's the difference? Like, if you've already done the quest to unlock them, it's not like you're required to do those quests. Like, they specifically said you could boost it, so, like, I'm not understanding the argument here. Like, you can skip that experience regardless. So,
like, I think that, well, I mean, I think some combinations don't make sense, but I think that, Demon Hunter, Void Elf, or Nightborn would make sense, especially because the Nightborn were taken over by the Legion, so it makes sense why they'd be like, oh, I'm a Demon Hunter now to go.
Yeah, I would love them adding those additional options for Demon Hunters, because right now there is no option. So I'm with you on that one. Back to islands, which we were talking about just a second ago. We did find out that there would be special mounts and pets available from these islands, though we don't technically know what they are. I feel like the little turtle guy would be a perfect pet for that, though. Yep. He'd be so
definitely.
cute. He'd be so cute. Also, there's additional like consumables that allow you to take on roles, because they said this was going to be a role agnostic 3-player experience. So it seems like some of the way that they're going to accomplish that is by allowing people to be hybrid.
Yeah, I feel like this should have definitely been in the presentation. It was only covered in an interview with the starting zone, and it's like, oh, like your mage one day, there could be a guy at the dock selling something that lets your mage become a healer, or like your arms warrior could be a tanky arms warrior. And it's like, whoa, that's like really just turning things on its head. And I can if that's successful, I could see them trying to do that for other types of content.
Absolutely. And also they said that not only are the AI as far as, the PvP aspect supposed to be smart, where they'll, CC you and they'll take advantage if you pull too many mobs and stuff like that, but they're also going to have unique personalities and special dialogue, and you should be able to distinguish them from other NPCs. It's not like they'll be boring and everyone will say the same thing.
Yeah, just on the flip side, though, they also did note that they don't want the AI to be, like, genius level and make it not feel fun to play against. And they said, at lower levels, it should feel fair. Like, you shouldn't be going up against this, genius NPC. Like, they'll, like, not play well as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of, even if you do lose, you will get rewards, just like in BG. I mean, it won't be the same reward, but you will still get rewarded. It's not like if you do it and you lose that it was all for naught.
Exactly.
So, I didn't have pictures of these, of the updated cat and chicken models, but I did have a picture of the big fat cat.
Mm-hmm. We did not see the actual cat models. I just saw this from a presentation.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was this gigantic like podcast fan site interview with like 10 different sites, and one of the things we learned is that there will be up-res new models like chickens and cat battle pets. And Muffinus dropped the information that there will be a big fat cat eating fish in Kulturas, which then led everyone to ask, we want more details on this cat. So both of us are obviously very excited about this. Muffinus,
just as a reminder, before I went to Perhulia's house, she had never pet a cat in her life. Like, I had to teach her how to pet a cat, and she's gone from 0 to 60 in the cat world, and it's my favorite thing ever. Okay, resuming the cat discussion now.
Okay, so we learned that as far as cat models, there will be a new big fluffy cat model that has a fat body and a fluffy cat face, and it will come in many colors. And then there will be another new cat model, which also has a big fluffy face, but a regular, leaner cat body.
Do we know who this NPC is? This pirate woman with the cat?
So she was featured in the Warcraft art panel, and it was part of the character creation segment, which was talking about some of the villagers we're going to see in cool Tiras, and there's like, witches and towns, and she's just like a noble lady in some cool Tiras village.
So I love her, and I really hope someone cosplays her next year.
Yeah, I think she's awesome, and her cat's awesome too.
I think she's super awesome. I love her like armor, how her shoulder armor is like way farther down, and like all of her armor is unique looking, and her hairstyle is unique with like the ring hanging from her braid.
And she has like the tentacle kraken like tattoo thing.
Yeah, no, she's like super cool, and I love how much character and personality she has for somebody who we don't even know who she is yet. So I really hope that we see her cosplayed next year. Oh, my sister just subscribed. Thanks, Erica.
Hey.
Thanks. I really, really hope that we see someone cosplay her, because I feel like she is kind of offering something that we don't really see in WoW much. Like, she just looks like a big boss lady, and I'm scared of her, and I like her, and she's cool. So I hope that she ends up being a thing. But also in that panel, on top of the cats, we found out about that Tortalan race, which I have a picture of again if you didn't see it before. Sorry that it's kind of low res. That's just what I have to offer you. But look at that cute little baby turtle. He's so adorable. And that's who we think the battle pet is, right? Maybe?
Yeah, the little guy we think is the battle pet.
Yeah, he is real cute.
And so at the interview, Jeremy Fiesel confirmed Tortolans are a race in battle for Azeroth, which, implies that the little baby battle pet is definitely a thing and not some crazy data mining red herring. And he won't say how we'll find them. He won't spoil it. But we did see the race in the Ungoro expansion in Hearthstone. And the race popped up on the screen in some of the Zandalari slides in the What's Next panel.
I like it.
And they're very cute.
They're very cute. They're very cute. I like it. What if that woman we were just looking at that cat woman. Mm-hmm. What if she is going to be like an example of like a new human sub-race?
Ooh, that would be cool.
Right? Because, like, humans are so boring.
Yeah.
I guess.
That reminded me, too. There was Don Adams, one of the Azeroth developers, was talking about how he was working on protagonists for the new zones and how he was trying to find other female protagonists that were, like, bossy and like just like very like straightforward, so he could have examples to hire voiceover talent. And that makes me wonder if like she's one of these people. Yeah, if she's one of these people that he's, you know, talking about being like a female protagonist in culture as an important, like very confident and sure of herself, because you know she fits the bill.
Yeah, I like her. I think she's really cool. Yeah. I like how she has the scratch across her face. I just think she's cool. I feel like she's not really like anything we've seen in WoW before, and I want to know more about her. I'm intrigued just from like her picture. But moving on to what's actually going on in World of Warcraft, it's a busy week in WoW. Pilgrim's Bounty starts soon. World of Warcraft's 13th anniversary is soon, and that's gonna be a thing, isn't it, Perk?
Yeah, so we think that for the 13th anniversary, like months ago,
yeah, we talked about this in April.
Yeah. So we think that we're going to be getting time walking green dragons and Lord Kha'Zix and Azuragos that players can fight, and they'll drop like upscaled versions of all their really unique transmog gear, some of which you can't get anymore.
Yeah.
Because we data mined all new versions of their armor and a quest that gives you time warp badges, and usually the only time you have quests for time warp badges are during the anniversary. So that would be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a thing. And there's tons of awesome transmog from that too. Like I'll definitely be farming those for transmog if it's a thing. And they did time walking last year, like in that same where you could earn time walking badges, so I definitely think it's a thing, and I'm really excited about it. It is WoW's 13th anniversary. WoW is a teenager, lots of angst. Expect angst.
Yes, very so much angst. Yeah.
There's also this week's PvP brawl is called Deep 6, which is miniature versions of a couple different battles. So if you're interested in that, check it out. The weekly event is Battlegrounds. What else is going on?
Pilgrim's Bounty starts on Sunday or Monday, I think. And like the Pilgrim's hat is cosmetic transmog. You can get the little turkey pet. There is a silver-plated turkey shooter that is a toy.
Yep. There's the bush chicken pet.
Yep. So lots of good things.
This one is not part of What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, though. So don't feel obligated to do it if you're going for that Drake.
Yeah. Pit Lord Violus is up for the week.
Yep. And the 860 boss.
Yeah, we started the rotation again. Like we've gone through all the world bosses, so now you can predict what's coming, you know, each week.
Thank goodness.
There's a bunch of world PvP changes, so some like trinkets and legendaries aren't as overpowered in PvP.
Yeah, everybody who's not a tank takes 40% less damage in PvP now too, in world PvP.
Yep.
Because they don't want people to just get ganked and bursted down and not have a chance to defend themselves.
Yeah. This is kind of cool. So last night, there is a new like short quest series and cutscene kind of hyping up Antorus. The quest is Visions of Fear, and Terralion tells you to find Magni in the Crocul Hovel, and then you just have like a little 30-second cutscene of stuff happening in Antorus to get you hyped for it.
Yeah, I've got that cinematic if we want to watch it. Give me
it's short, yeah.
Media source, okay. I forgot to put it on here, but it'll just take a second.
Yep.
It's right here. Okay.
The hour of rebirth draws near.
For you guys.
The hour of rebirth draws near. Are the souls prepared? Our kin still resist the true path, Master, but they will soon be broken. One still eludes us. Her essence is needed to ensure the victory of my crusade. The Lifebinder will soon reveal herself. She will not escape me, Master. When my new pantheon rises, no power in the universe will stand against the Legion.
And we are back. So that was the cinematic that is part of that quest line. And then, of course, tomorrow we have the Q&A. What questions did you ask, Perk? Because you asked a lot.
Okay. So I asked a bunch of questions. Let's see. So I asked, Pulling this up. Sorry if things are right. How will we be able to get the artifact appearances from Prestige after Legion? Will Prestige continue in battle for Azeroth, or will ranks be reset? I asked, what are the loot rules for the Pantheon trinkets and Antorus? For example, personal loot or group loot. Does the Amanthal legendary count towards the legendary number for bad luck protection, or do we get this in a special way? Patch 735 has a lot of content, but we mostly learned about it through scattered fragments and BlizzCon interviews. What's the TLDR on new features coming in 735? What will happen to the fishing artifact in Battle for Azeroth? With no major class overhaul planned for Battle for Azeroth and plans to continue evaluating a few specs at a time, what specs are currently being looked at? Do you have to do the allied race unlocks on a character of that faction, for example, High Mountain Rep on Horde, or are the unlocks account-wide? And with set bonuses removed in Battle for Azeroth, will future raid armor have 12 distinct appearances, one for each class still, or fewer distinct appearances per raid?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. And you guys can still ask questions with hashtag WowQA.
Yeah, no more Legion QA. It's WowQA.
It's WowQA. So hopefully we get some answers to those. I'll be watching. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like the Q&As, I don't know. I feel like we rarely get a whole lot of new information. And a lot of times I find myself being salty about the questions that are asked. Like, I'm not over that last time they asked a question that was like, when will we not have an artifact knowledge cap? When, like, at the time we didn't have one.
Yeah, it kind of feels like sometimes it's an infomercial for, like, people that maybe tuned out or haven't been following along.
Which is
like
weird
the audience
because
is very
the
varied.
people who watch the WoW Q&A are not tuned out, and they do follow along.
Yeah, like, they're the people that are like, I have a billion tiers that are all Titan Forge. Like, do I use my 19 or 20 or min-max? So.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm excited to see. Hopefully we'll learn more. I'm excited because it's such a new thing to talk about with the expansion and the patch. So hopefully we'll get some information about that. And then on the topic of expansions, Wrath and Warlords just had birthdays. Wrath turned 9 and Warlords turned 3.
Yep. I think people are more excited about the Wrath turning 9, but yeah, very exciting. Happy birthday. Also, Zulamon Zulamon had a birthday on the 13th as well. So the Imani Warbear, and that was 2007. So, that's 10 years old. That's 10. That's crazy. Yeah.
What's really nuts is that I started playing WoW in Burning Crusade, and I was super excited for Wrath of the Lich King. I believe I was already making YouTube videos, I believe I was making YouTube videos, and I went to the midnight release at GameStop, and there was like a line, and people were there, and they were like so excited, right? And then like for Warlords of Draenor, there was no midnight releases anywhere. Like, everybody just waited at their house. Like, I missed that in a way. Like, I know it's cool to be able to play right at midnight, but like, it was also awesome seeing people in real life who like were interested in the same thing that you were interested in, and
I agree with that.
I miss that.
I went to the launch party for Legion, and that was nice, but that was earlier in the day, but it still like had the same vibe of like, like, we're sharing and we're celebrating something we like doing together.
Yeah. So, what's going on Wowhead?
So we are running a month of gratitude giveaway for all of November, because November is, Thanksgiving and like the national month of gratitude. And, it's just having a lot of awesome prizes. We're having 2 parts of the giveaway. The first part actually ends Wednesday evening, and you can get like an X-51 Nether Rocket Extreme or Game Time, an Illidan statue, some of the old like Murloc pets from BlizzCon. And it's really easy to enter. There's just a bunch of Gleam options. So like visit a Wowhead page, or like follow us on Twitter or stuff like that. And we've gotten a huge response, like over 100,000 entries.
Holy crap.
Thank you guys so much. If you're watching the VOD, maybe part 1 is already over, but part 2 should be starting Thursday, tomorrow, and we will be giving away a Sylvanas statue and more cool WoW swag. So that's a cool thing that is new on Wowhead. And besides that, we have a Battle for Azeroth menu up on the navigation bar. We updated our raids navigation menu to start getting more Antorus guides up, and we're hard at work getting our progression widgets updated on the front page as well. My cat's about to fall off the desk. The progression widget updated on the front page, as well as pulling in the, getting all set up so the talent calc pulls in the popular talents for each Antorus boss. So that's ready to go day one. So, you know, going hard on Antorus stuff, going hard on the dressing room stuff. Lots of people have loved seeing all the different options.
Hi, Bright.
And yeah, that's hello. Say hello, baby. Come back. Come back.
He's been pretty good today, other than the spilling of
Look
the
at him.
water.
Look at him. You're such a good cat.
He is a good cat. He's gotten so big since I saw him. He's like
I
doubled
know.
in size.
No, he definitely has.
And they
He's
tried to
over
tell you
9
that cat
pounds
was
now.
a year old, and I'm like, he's like 2 pounds. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, he
grown
was under-
so much.
He was under 6 pounds when we found him, and he's like, baby, you're eating my finger. He's like 9 pounds now.
Yeah, he's huge now.
I know, and he
he's
keeps
big
growing.
guy. I love him.
We keep feeding him all this gourmet food,
He
and
is
he's like,
Katsuki
I want
and-
more.
Katsugi in chat just said he's so happy when you hold him. No, he's not. He's like, put me down, put me down, put me down. But,
I think he likes the attention.
yeah, he does. He does. That's true.
Yes.
Sass has been sending him like cat loot crates. It's
I
amazing.
know. Wait, where did the cupcake go? 1 second.
It's gone
I have
now.
like 4. It's somewhere, but I had a bunch of unboxing videos where like he opened the box and was like pulling each thing out and playing
Oh
with
my
it.
gosh.
And
He's such a ham. You raised him to
I
be a
know.
little attention getter. I love it.
let's see what happens when he does this. Look, baby, you were playing with this before. He's
It's
like,
full on cat chat now. I hope you guys are okay
Yep.
with that. Cathead Weekly.
yep.
Cat Weekly. Bright Paw Weekly. But yeah, that's about it for what we had to talk about
Yep.
today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. Did we have any questions come in?
I think so. Can you see him playing tug of war?
You
Because he's
can.
being amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
amazing.
this.
Amazing.
So Low Creatonic said, any news on how honor will work in Battle for Azeroth? How do we go back and grind our missing levels of prestige?
No idea. It's so confusing.
Yeah, that's why we asked about it.
Yep, we don't know.
Unknown Samurai asked, when do we think the release of Battle for Azeroth will be? We covered that.
Which, as a reminder,
yeah.
will probably be like a year from now, but we're anticipating the pre-patch to be significantly earlier than it normally is.
Haru SOS had a cool tip, which was if you buy the campaign bundle in StarCraft 2, you can get all the collector's edition rewards, so you can buy the mini Thor pet again. So that's cool because, you know, people are into battle pets here, obviously. And I think that's about it. Like, a lot of people, you know, just was like, oh, like, is there any info about the 13th anniversary event, or you know, stuff we covered later on in the show.
Yeah, so we're in good shape right now. I saw a couple questions in the chat. The first one was, do I have any advice for getting over the Blizz cold? No, clearly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm mouth breathing. And then the second question was, do we know if we're going to get more than 50 characters per WoW account? I don't know, but I agree that we should get more. With how many more races and classes have been added, they should definitely add more. Or you should at least be able to pay an additional $1 for 10 character slots or something. Like, even if that was a premium service, it would be worth not having to have a whole separate account. So yeah, that's it for our show today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of our new subscribers and old subscribers here on Twitch. We really appreciate it. If you have Amazon Prime and you would like to support our show at no cost to you, you can do !subscribe and use your Amazon Prime to subscribe to us for free. Thank you so much to everybody who tunes in to us live here on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time to watch us talk about World of Warcraft, as well as everybody who watches us on our VODs over at YouTube the next day. And of course, a big thank you to all of our Wowhead Premium subscribers. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Wowhead Premium is a monthly subscription to Wowhead. It's $1 a month or $9 a year. And the biggest perk is that it removes all ads from the site while directly supporting all of its content. So if you're interested in that, head over to wowhead.com/premium. It can be gifted to other people. And I think that's all that we have to say today. So we are going to go. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time, guys. Have a great week.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know
Bye.
the button I'm pushing. Here it is. Ah!